All right, and we are back here at Niverville Recreation Complex watching the men's 2024 Dodgeball Provincial Championships, otherwise known as the Riel Cup. So we have our
fourth place and fifth place team
fighting it out to win one of those spots, going to Richmond, BC this June for national championships.
So what we have here is actually not a knockout game. It's the first of the playoff games. This one's not a knockout. The reason for that is we have 5 men's teams that will be going to nationals. So the team that loses this will not be eligible to make it to the finals. However, they will be able to play against the teams in.
Yeah, it's just earning the spot to be one of the top 5 teams going to Richmond.
So they're not out of the tournament. They're not out of contention for making their way to BC for nationals, but they are out of the top 4 and will not be winning a gold medal here today.
But they'll still be in our hearts.
Yes, a gold medal in our hearts. 2 teams that they're facing off against each other. We have the Tempest across the court, kind of far side from us. And on the side closest to us in white here, we have Dark Horse. Now, Tempest has finished 5th and Dark Horse has finished 4th. But you may be interested to hear that during round robin play, Tempest actually beat Dark Horse.
Yes.
So really, this is one of those anything can happen kind of moments.
It's definitely going to be one of those games we're going to see a lot of high energy there. They're going to be fighting it out. Remember last year, 2023, we had Dark Horse. They were kind of the upset team coming out of nowhere because it was a bunch of teams joined together. They made their debut at Provincials, and they ended up taking 2nd place. No one saw that coming, and they went to Montreal.
Yeah, yep, and you know Tempest has been playing together for a year probably now. They have made actually they played last year.
Tempest has been playing together for a while, but their roster has been fairly interchangeable. But the team Tempest, like the team name, has been around the scene for a while.
Some really solid players. This team is not one to be written off.
Nope.
They certainly could make a big splash here and take an upset. And of course, Dark Horse is hoping to hold on to that 4th place seed and move forward to play the other teams in the top 4 for a chance to take home the gold.
And one of the things we see here with this kind of competition too is it's ever evolving. So a lot of teams, you know, back in the day, they would get together, they play, they had fun, they go to nationals. Now, you know, we're renting out gyms, we're practicing constantly, we're doing drills, they're doing scrimmages against other teams. So there's a lot more high-end athleticism that's happening, and it only keeps improving as the game gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the brothers here. Worth mentioning, we've got 3 Schmidts on court today. So on Dark Horse,
2 Lins.
Yeah, not on this court, not on these, but yes.
Oh, the Heathens, pardon me.
So on this team, closest to us here on Dark Horse, we have Ben Schmidt and Josh Schmidt. And then across the court from us on Tempest, we have Connor Schmidt. So
Connor didn't make it on Dark Horse.
So all the Schmidts here showing us what they got. And we're really looking forward to seeing how this all shakes out today.
Oh, Mergler playing mind games and just messing with us. He's actually going to be playing for Mavericks, but he's wearing the Dark Horse to support. Ooh, and that's quick shots right off that opening rush. Devlin with the catch, taking out Pernitsky, but also Trudeau getting taken out.
Yeah, you know, Pernitsky and Trudeau, I would argue, the biggest catchers on each team. So they have done a service to each other here. Dark Horse eliminating the biggest catcher on Tempest, and Tempest eliminating the biggest catcher on Dark Horse.
Kemball getting nice and low there, managing to avoid those 2 shots from Schmidt and Klappa.
Kimball, a relatively new player, sprung onto the scene in the cloth area and has really come up and started dominating, showing what he's got in foam as well.
Got to be up to the line now. We've got Como taking.
And
Bend, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ben Schmidt looking for the toss there. Kimball getting out of the way.
Big whip shot from Nate Gatza.
Some of you might remember Nate Gatza playing with a broken finger once before in 2018. Do not adjust your dials. It's not the wrong year.
Ooh, there goes Schmidt. Which one was that?
That was Ben.
Okay.
That is Ben Schmidt.
Ben Schmidt being eliminated from the dark horse side, going right through Volkart's legs there. Devlin going out. Kemble getting nice and low, a little bit screened by Devlin as he was walking off, though.
I feel like Devlin might have actually saved Kemble's life there a bit.
A little bit of confusion though, because again, like he wants to be making sure that no one takes that counter while he's down, while his teammate is walking off. Though, Klappa being eliminated.
Yeah, it looks like Chung got that hit, and he is happy about it. Oh, Kemble under
dodging.
It. Nice.
He got a block. He went nice and low. It was a clean block. Big jump by Schmidt there, going after Brillinger. Brillinger slides into Gatsa. Gatsa still in though.
A really nice play there, taking an opportunity on an offensive or a defensive play to turn it into an offensive play. And whoa, Chung, really nice throw. Volkart just barely getting out of the way.
Quick reminder here, now that the round robin matches are done, we are into regulation, so we're going to have 2 20-minute halves.
And that was Chung on Josh Schmidt, and Josh was not able to get a clean block there. 3v2 now, Tempest.
Big shot from Volkart there, going after him.
And Chung doing a backwards somersault.
Yeah, it was somewhat of a somersault, yeah.
Just following through his momentum there.
Volkart getting up nice and high, going into Merkler, who is just ball retrieving, so we don't have to worry about that hit.
Volkart and Ben, the 2 youngest players on the team, seeing what they can do when they put their heads together.
Kemble getting nice and low, managing to avoid that throw from Bend. Blocked by Ben, but Ben stepped out while the team catch was happening. So Volkart gets it. That brings Pernitsky back on, but Ben stepped off.
What a catch. And there is a little bit of, they're just trying to have good sportsmanship in these situations. You get hit, you want to take yourself off as quickly as possible. And the downside there is that when you have someone like Volkart who goes all in for that team catch and they save you, your sportsmanship might have done you a bit of a disservice in that situation.
Chung coming up to the line, taking a shot at Volkart. Pernitsky going after Gatsa. Chung gets Pernitsky on the counter. That's going to take it down to just Volkart on the dark horse side. Tempest might be drawing first blood in this game. Going after Chung. Chung blocks going wide. Volkart gets hit. Volkart not able to make that second catch. And he just decides to make friends with the floor.
Well, what an incredible first round. That was really exciting, and very exciting to see how these teams are going for it. Like we predicted, right? We knew that they were going to be intense and really going as hard as they can.
I don't think Dark Horse is going to let Tempest repeat that. I think Dark Horse is going to change up their game. Normally Pernitsky goes off the opening rush. We see him over on the left side now. Pernitsky in the opening rush takes out Kemble. It's another 1-1 trade though.
That was Schmidt.
That was Schmidt?
Yep.
That was Schmidt, sorry.
But yeah, they switched up their line a little bit. We're seeing Volkart and Klappa off. This game, Wu is in.
There goes Pacheco.
Oh, and Ben Schmidt getting out of the way with a nice little block there. 4v4.
Trudeau going for the catch, not quite connecting.
Listen, that is lucky for Josh Schmidt. I would be willing to bet that 60% of the time.
Catch from Chung as he celebrates it. That's going to bring Kemble back on.
Chung also a really great catcher. They cannot underestimate.
Oh, that brings Grenier back on.
Wait, who's on? Who on what?
So it's a 4v3, but it looks like Grenier manages to get high, avoid that shot. It does take out Sampson, though, so now we're down to a 3v3 situation. That shot finally gets Grenier.
Schmidt. That's a Schmidt. That's Connor Schmidt. And so we're 2v2. 88.
All right, so it's a 2v2 situation right now. Devlin coming up, trying to take that shot at Schmidt.
We're just confirming our facts here. Number 88 on Tempest. Oh, it is a Grenier. And here I thought I was looking at a Schmidt. Wow.
Schmidt going up high for a block. Chung managing to take him out.
You know, Kevin Chung took a little break. He
just Eldon Wu left that ball going high up over into the commentary booth. But the second shot gets Wu. That's going to be now another point for Tempest. Dark Horse yet to get on the board here.
And it looks like once again they're switching up their lineup, seeing what they can do. Yeah, so Kevin Chung took a little break from dodgeball, traveled the world, came back hot. He is definitely still in it to win it.
Fired up to play dodgeball.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant.
He's always hot, Emily. Jeez.
I meant on fire.
So no one being eliminated off that first rush there. Playing a little bit safer now. We see Kemball coming up to the line. Trudeau taking the shot. Toe tapper right on Ben, though.
And Ben was looking like he was ready to take that offensive play, and just that might have made him a little bit more vulnerable.
Gatsa goes down, hides the arm. Harder takes him out. Back end shot, I believe.
Yeah, that's a really tough spot to be in. You got to protect your fingers. And,
the ones you have left.
The ones you have left, yeah. And making himself a little bit more vulnerable in doing so, but that's the right choice, you know. Keep your bits and bites together.
Kemball going up, trying to get that catch, not quite connecting with it.
All right, Dark Horse has got to be feeling a little bit better about this scenario now. 3v5, and
Dark Horse is definitely going to have to put themselves in business mode soon.
Yeah. Brillinger, Sampson, Chung, definitely.
Ooh, and there goes Klappa. It went down a little bit hard. His elbow looks like he's a little bit sore. We've got just Chung left now. Dark Horse is going to get that point. They are going full send on Chung, and it works. That's the point for Dark Horse.
Now they're hoping that this is going to turn around their whole vibe, and that they'll be able to pick up some momentum. And of course, Tempest is hoping that they can get it back.
I think it's a good confidence booster win for them. We've got just about 10 minutes left now, so we're halfway through the first half. Because again, we are in that 20-minute regulation timing now.
Which also brings a whole new dynamic to the game that we didn't have in round robin, which is the staying power, mental and physical fortitude of these teams to be able to bounce back if they're down, or and hold the line if they're up. Kemball on Wu. Wow, Gatsa on Schmidt.
Schmidt didn't see that one. He looks a little disappointed as he walks off. We still have a full lineup for Tempest. Chung winding up, taking the shot. Ben goes out. It goes wide into Mergler, but again, Mergler is just ball retrieving right now.
Seems like we might be catching Dark Horse a little bit on the back foot here. It's like they weren't quite ready for the start of the game.
Haven't had any lineouts yet, luckily. We've seen a couple of those in the past couple rounds.
3, 2.
Yeah, no lineouts. They're looking good.
Harder and Schmidt going for that one. Looks like that throw by Schmidt takes out Devlin on the wing. Tempest now coming up with Burden, taking their shot. Brillinger throws at Olivier Job and eliminates him.
Just straight cross court right in front of Ben Schmidt.
Down to 2 now just for the Dark Horse side. 4 balls. They've got that Burden.
And Chung
they are ready in their catching stances too.
Yeah. And up to the line. You know, this
Harder goes out.
Oh. This Tempest team is really.
They're turning it around. They had a bit of a slow start today, but they are turning it around. And yeah, Schmidt doesn't realize it, double checks, and that is another shot. Tempest leading the board here.
So if I'm Dark Horse now, I'm thinking about a timeout. I'm thinking about what is working against this Tempest line, what isn't working, and And I would probably dial my team back a little bit and say, take some deep breaths and let's see how this goes. But
another opening rush coming right off there. Ben takes it, flips it over his shoulder, throws it to Klappa. Klappa throws it to Schmidt. That's an interesting opening rush. Trudeau throws, Gatza blocks.
One of the things that they're going to have to make sure that they don't do, they being Dark Horse here, is get two in their hits and start throwing balls away. Their structured team thrives on plans, and if they let it get the better of them, they'll fall apart. Tempest looking really solid there.
Gatza going out, Klappa going out. Counter shot after that hit.
Tempest looking calm. They are looking in control.
Ooh, managing to block that one. They did confirm it was floor.
Oh, Kemble, not a fan of that.
No, it looks like referee Tracy is calling it a hit.
Calling it a hit.
Yeah. So it was a little, it could have gone either way there. I know Kemble was upset by it. Wu did, in all honesty, he did double check to confirm, and so he did play it straight there. That's why we have two referees and line refs, so we can watch them from all angles. Again, huge shout out to all the referees who are here today, expended their voices shouting. They're doing a great job at managing the game as well. Less than 7 minutes left in the first half now. Dark Horse coming up, making that play call from Schmidt, coming up to the line. Looks like the shot gonna be made by Bend, going right into Kemball. So Dark Horse keeps their force players on. And slowly whittling away.
Really honest there. That from this angle looked like it may have been a block. Choosing to making sure that he's being very honest with this play. So.
Brillinger was out for blood on that shot from Schmidt, but then a counter after Devlin throws eliminates him. It looks like Brillinger's out. Schmidt stays in.
A little bit of chaos there as balls fly back and forth.
Referees are going to need to be eagle-eyed for these games coming up.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse or better depending on how you look at it.
It's going to get more intense from here. That's Schmidt going out now.
Trudeau and Chung now on Tempest, and Chung looking incredibly solid this game.
Trudeau jumping up and over, managing to avoid that one. 4 balls in hand now. It looks like it's going to go right over to Bend. Bend blocks it.
That was right on target. From this angle, I couldn't see the ball, and
nice dodge by Trudeau. Counter shot from Chung right into Schmidt, but there was another shot that takes out Chung. Just Trudeau left now against Olivier Job and Bend on Dark Horse.
And you know what? That was a really good play on Schmidt's part.
Trudeau takes out Bend right as he was going for a big jumping throw there. Olivier Job coming up to the line now. Throwing it Trudeau. Trudeau blocks.
Oh my gosh, his foot was so close to the line there.
It was very close to the line. It's a 1v1 situation right now. Trudeau throws 2. Looks like that first one might have got Olivier Job, but the second one cinches it. That's going to be another point now for Tempest, and there's that timeout you were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I think I probably would have called it 1 point earlier, but definitely you can see Coach or Captain
Amanda First?
Sorry, Coach Amanda First. Yeah, giving the pep talk. Coach Jamie Tapper in there as well. And
did you forget your own team captain?
I did. I was trying to remember Kevin's last name, and the whole thing just.
That's your team captain.
I know. It's true.
She's gonna see that on stream and be like, you know what, you're off the team.
Yeah, fired. But really, like this is just what they need right now. Harder, team captain Harder and team coach First. That's what I'm trying to say. A little bit of a pep talk, and you know what? If I'm Tempest coaches right now, I'm telling them, nose to the grindstone, head down, like keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. They're flustered, they're working hard, and you are on a roll.
And there's Grenier going out off the opening rush, but taking out Pernitsky as well. Pernitsky always putting himself right out there off the rush.
Yeah, and you know what? If he can make the trade and it's a solid trade, then that's an okay way to be.
It works out really well though, because Pernitsky is one of those players where he has those clutch catching skills. He has a lot of hard abilities in him. Like, he is a vet dodgeball player. So if Dark Horse can get that catch and bring Pernitsky back, he is absolutely deadly. So it's always smart to eliminate him off the rush when he makes himself vulnerable.
Chung is just on fire today. He has absolutely got Dark Horse's number here. He's making all of his hits. He is pulling out clutch catches, and he just took out Schmidt. And Pacheco says, not today, thank you very much.
Nice shot by Schmidt there on Kemball. That's going to take it down to a 4v3 situation now. Burden to throw is on Tempest. They've got 4 balls in hand, sending one from Chung right in between Olivier Job and Pacheco. You see them crowding up a little bit to make that play call. Looks like it's going to be a shot from Pacheco onto Devlin. Devlin wasn't expecting it.
You know, Devlin was just locked on Schmidt in front of him.
It looked like Schmidt was going to throw a lot of those fake shots there.
Yeah, he did a really great job of those pump fakes.
And there goes Samson. It's just now down to Chung in a 1v4 situation. But I think if someone's going to do it, it's going to be Chung.
Yeah, you know,
he's loading up that semi-automatic dodgeball.
He's definitely been a powerhouse in this game so far.
Mergler goes for the catch, but again, Mergler's not playing.
Mergler goes for the catch, only to remember that he is in fact playing on Mavs. Yeah. And we will see him at National.
Nice double block there by Chung, grabs that third ball, gets ready to take that counter shot, throws it. Klappa doesn't, not sure if that counts as a catch, but there was another catch there by Schmidt. Klappa goes right into the metal bar holding the net up though.
Wow. You know, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, you get a catch if you are in control of the ball with 2 points of contact. And so I think the conversation there was, did he have control and 2 points of contact inside of the lines at the same time? However, the point is moot because Ben Schmidt pulled out a team catch to end the round.
Yep. That's going to be the second point now for Dark Horse. They're going to be celebrating that one. It looks like Pacheco goes out. Brillinger goes out as well. Big jump shot there from Wu. That takes out Chung, and now we are going into no blocking. We do have a minute 45 left, though. The game clock is a little bit different than what's showing on the stream because we did have a team take a timeout, so it's not going into no blocking yet.
And you know, Tempest is looking really strong. They are celebrating their wins as they come. You can see the passion and the excitement on their faces. And honestly, that's what you want. You want to see a team excited to be doing well.
I mean, even with both teams, you can just feel the love for the game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and you know, Dark Horse, as always, doing a great job. They are great under pressure, and it's time for them to show what they can do when they're down.
That was a big jump there by Schmidt. Pernitsky back in now, but he did screen Pernitsky a little bit. So I was worried there what happened for Dark Horse. Kemball going out now.
Klappa just barely making that block. It looked like he was going to go for a catch and then changed his mind. Shows lots of discipline.
4v4 now going for Schmidt. Schmidt blocks off of Chung. Trudeau goes out.
No, Schmidt got hit.
Schmidt got hit?
Yep. But the ball went flying straight up in the air, so until that ball
stayed for the team
so he stayed and he took a shot.
So right in the hips as Samson was dodging laterally there off Klappa, but he had his number. That was straight down the line. Just Chung left now against 3 players on the Dark Horse side. Chung takes a shot, goes for Pernitsky, doesn't manage to connect.
And once again, though, Chung we know has been hot this game. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get these hits against Dark Horse.
Chung staying in. Chung goes for Pernitsky. Pernitsky goes out. It's a 2v1 situation, and there goes the timer. Now we're going into no blocking with just Kevin Chung left for Tempest, taking on Schmidt and Klappa on Dark Horse.
So no blocking here. They're going to be looking on Dark Horse to get some throws off probably fairly quickly. But Chung is going to be looking for a catch. And
we'll see how this works out for Chung, though, because he does like to load up, so an accidental block could happen. Ooh, Chung just getting his head out of the way there.
You know, Chung's shown how willing he is to go for a catch and how effective he's been at it. So I would not be surprised to see him drop for a catch.
Schmidt making the play call. Chung throwing at Schmidt. Schmidt managing to avoid that. I guess that fourth ball over, I think that's exactly what Dark Horse wanted. It's going to be 2 balls in hand for the 2 players on the Dark Horse side. So that advantage is really going to help with the balls. Full send, 2-on-1. That's the point for Dark Horse. So that's going to end this no blocking match, and we're going to go into the second half very shortly. I think Dark Horse is going to start scoring a couple more points. I think they're gonna start turning it around. They're gonna slow down their game a little bit. They're gonna try and, I think they might rush to get some of those points. If Tempest is smart, they play a very slow game, not give away too many balls, and try and control the board.
Yeah, you know what? We're looking at 4-3 from Tempest, and Tempest knows that they played a really great first half. They know that they have it in them to continue to push through and to take this game. At the same time, Dark Horse is over there thinking, okay, not our strongest first half ever, but we came back, we're clawing our way out, and so now it's just a matter of which team can dig deep and find the momentum, I think. Very exciting, and this is where the mental part of the game really starts to come in as well. You've been playing all day, you've had tons of back-to-back games, you're tired. If you're a team that's...
I see we have the team captains with a nice little chat in the center court there.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, having a nice little chat. They're trying to dig their way back. They're trying to make it into the top part of this tournament, and your mental fortitude really is tested.
I mean, they're not only playing for that spot to go to Richmond, but they are still trying to play for that gold medal match.
Yeah,
as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, and when you're tired, you're maybe a little bit dehydrated and
playing all day,
and then you start to lose a couple rounds, whether it's Dark Horse at the beginning or Tempest for the last couple two. There, you really start to feel it eat away at you, and so both teams now got to dig deep, see what they got, and the team that's successful here will be the one that finds that little extra umph in the tank.
And there's that whistle off the opening rush. Nice big shot from Grenier going over to Schmidt. Schmidt gets eliminated.
Smart move on the part of Tempest to take out Josh Schmidt. He is a very effective player.
Right in the toes on Wu, gets eliminated. Still keeping all the Tempest players on right now. Burden to throw with their full line going after Dark Horse right now. It's a 2-send on Bend, but he manages to stay.
Oh, Ashley Bend coming up.
Yeah, he was putting himself in a position there trying to retrieve that ball, but you know, it gives burden over to Dark Horse now, ready to take that shot. Ben throws it, Grenier eliminated, and Gatza gets eliminated. Dark Horse stepping up that game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a quick switch, right, in the dynamics here. All of a sudden you go from 6v3 to 6v4, and that is, or 3v6 to 3v4, and that is a much more tolerable number.
Nice big wide shot over. Ben uses the ball to hold himself, but because the ball was live, it's an extension of you, so because Ben put the ball on the outside of the court, that's why he was called out by the referee. Down to 4v2.
Nice
Looks
block
like,
by Klappa.
Yeah, Chung went to Klappa there, but Klappa manages to block it. He did lose his footing a little bit, but manages to stay in. Great job by Mergler retrieving those balls. Shot from Olivier Job going after Devlin there, manages to stay in. Bunching up, making that play call.
We're looking at Aaron O'J, Olivier Job there, and
Chung sends it over at him. 4 balls in hand now, so Dark Horse has burden. Sending one, going for Devlin.
Theo Devlin, not a player to be underestimated.
No.
Extremely hard to hit, and comes out of the gate hard with his throws just like that. Yeah. Not the start to the half that Dark Horse wants to see, but Olivier Job's done it before and certainly can do it again. Take these numbers down and see if he can't get that point.
Olivier Job is definitely one of the most nimble players that we have seen in the league. He definitely makes great use of the court. Plus, he's got those long legs. He can make it up. He can make it back and forth in almost 3 steps. So he's definitely not a player that you would want to leave for last, because it's going to be very hard to hit him.
Yeah, and you may have noticed Kevin Chung here getting down and leaning back. He is ready for the catch. He wants it. He wants to end this round and really establish himself firmly as the thorn in Dark Horse's shoe this whole entire game.
Olivier Job just managing to slightly avoid that one from Samson. If Olivier Job's shorts were just a little bit more billowy. See a big smile from Olivier Job as he stares down Chung, but then throws it at Devlin. Olivier Job throws at Chung.
Wow, looking like a good shot on Chung, but I guess not a hit. It
looks like he
may have blocked it
down, brought it in.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah, he's really on fire this game. He's doing a really good job.
It's a 2-on-1, and that's the hit.
Wow, and 5-3 now for Tempest.
Tempest is starting to make a really, they're starting to dominate a little bit.
Yeah, 16 and a half minutes left in this game, and just, this point here, I'm going to go ahead and say is going to be incredibly important. This is a solid lead if this point goes to Tempest, or it's a game well within reach if it goes to Dark Horse. So Dark Horse is probably feeling the pressure here.
That's Trudeau getting eliminated now. Dark Horse enjoying that one with a couple little claps among themselves. Ben going after Gatsa. Gatsa getting, I think it was a blocker just a hit.
I think it was too, and it's unusual for Gatsa. He's usually a very hard to hit player, but just kind of a bummer that he's in a situation where he's got an injury and he needs to protect himself. You've got real life to deal with outside of dodgeball, and hopefully, I'm sure that Gatsa's hoping a trip to nationals that he needs to be in fighting shape for.
So it's a Dark Horse has more on the line right now, going right over the net into the stands. That always makes me fear for my life a little bit. All right, now 4 players online for Tempest, throwing over at Schmidt. Schmidt double checking, he stays in. It looks like he was double checking if it was ground or not. No one noticed that call on him, so he stays in.
Thinking that, I thought maybe we had a little toe tap over here on Brillinger, but he managed to stay alive.
Ooh, Chung takes out Olivier Job.
Chung once again is proving to be very problematic for Dark Horse, and he's doing a really good job.
Wicked deadly accuracy.
Yeah, he really does. And taking care of Chung is going to be one of the only ways I think that Dark Horse can be successful in this game, because he really is making their life very, very difficult right now and doing everything right for Tempest.
Big shot over there from Brillinger trying to take out Schmidt. Ball goes a little bit wide. Mergler brings it back in. Again, just ball retrieving. Looks like they're going to send from Bend over to Kemball, but Brillinger gets eliminated off that shot from Schmidt.
Yeah, as soon as Schmidt saw that Chung took the shot in front of him, he took it across rather than at him. That means that the player in front of him is not a threat to him anymore whatsoever, and now he can take the shot at the next player to the side. So
Schmidt calling a hit off of that one. Kemball takes him out. Slowly, Tempest is whittling them down, but we still have a 3v2 situation, so Dark Horse does have that burden. Sending one over at Chung. Chung manages to avoid it.
Well, Kemball getting underneath that, right behind it with a block. Right up to the line, looking for Harder, and Harder getting out of the way.
Yeah, Harder managing to avoid that one. Absolutely well done on his end. Schmidt going up, taking the shot. Kemball blocking. That's going to be it. So it's down to a 2v2 situation right now. I think they're going to start dragging the points out just a little bit more. Dark Horse needs to get those points on the board, but Tempest knows how to run the clock.
Yeah, and if I'm Tempest right now, that's exactly what I'm thinking, is that this point is so key for Dark Horse and the momentum that the only thing that I'm worried about is making sure that they do not get it.
They're trying to play that psychological game. We see Tempest, they're really only sending one over at a time. They really want to make Dark Horse try and rush for it, but as soon as they do, they might make that mistake, and then Tempest can get the counter. Although Harder just gets the hit on Kimball, although we still have Chung left, though, so we'll see what happens, because he can catch.
Yeah, Chung has been incredibly valuable for Tempest in this game. Whoa, Schmidt looks around and goes, oh my goodness,
He was a little bit nervous there, yeah.
Really, really great gameplay there by Chung. He's under it, he's around it, he's everywhere but in front of it, and that ball is just not touching him.
Schmidt managing to stay in off of that shot from Chung. Chung sending it over at Schmidt again.
And you know, really smart shots there by Chung. He's not putting it directly in Schmidt's center of gravity. He's putting it around him. He's trying to trick him into reaching.
Also smart move by Chung to not immediately rush to try and counter after the throw from Dark Horse. He blocks, he saves his balls, he retrieves them, he sends them over to the retrievers. He's pacing himself out. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to eliminate, takes out Harder, and then takes out Schmidt 2-in-1 right after the other. That's another point on the board there for Tempest.
And you know, that's just the story of this game so far, is that Chung is a problem for Dark Horse. He really, really is, and he is pulling, everything he does is for his team is so beautiful. And this Tempest team is doing everything right. And wow, what a move for Kevin Chung. They push him off. Get out of here. Go sit.
They're finally making Chung take a break.
He is fired up, and he has every right to be.
I just love how Trudeau's like, no, you sit now. Our turn.
Now we are...
That's a 1-1 shot there. Kembo goes out, taking out Bend, though.
We're in a spot now with Dark Horse where, I mean, it's still certainly not the end of it. We've got a few minutes left on the clock.
Olivier Job and Trudeau trade off.
But wow, that last point.
That was, the way they rushed out into the court, you would have thought that was a game winner.
You know, it just may have been.
It could have been, yeah.
that point was incredibly important. And I think if we look back at a TSN turning point for this game, we may yet determine that that was it. But hopefully for Dark Horse, they have something left in the tank, and hopefully for Tempest, that gives them everything that they need to
it was a
push through.
Beautiful fake throw by Pacheco just now. Schmidt comes up and took the shot, but it really looked like Pacheco was going to do it. Which
is great. You really want to make sure that the other team doesn't know where those throws are coming from. If you're looking at me...
Well, they were focused on him and ready to counter, too. Gatsa getting nice and low, coming up, trying to take that counter shot at Pacheco. Pacheco getting up nice and high, managing to avoid that shot from Gatsa.
Gatsa really great at getting out of the way. And you know what? I realize now we've been remiss. We have not mentioned how snazzy Tempest looks with their matching shorts and shirts.
Tempest does know how to pull a look together.
A lot of teams don't go all in with the matching tops and bottoms, let alone with all that color and pattern.
I will say I love the color scheme on the Tempest jerseys, but it makes the numbers very hard to read.
Yeah, they're like, it's like camo, but opposite because it's so bright.
I always thought it was like a tiger jogging suit print.
Okay, I like it. Whatever it is, they're pulling it off. It looks great.
So we have 4 players now on the side of Dark Horse wearing their whites, and Tempest, we have 3 players now.
You know, I will say that Dark Horse has the matching shorts too. It just doesn't quite have the same effect when it's not so shockingly bright and in your face. 8.5 minutes now.
Although we got to give points to, if we're going to give points for shorts, Skeleton Crew with the booty shorts.
Yes, with the shorts that have the butt skeleton on them. They do look great.
All right, play call being made now by Pacheco, coming up to the line after eliminating another player from Tempest. Gatsa getting nice and low, and that looks like it clipped him in the finger, or at least the remaining ones that he had on there.
Yeah, then that is painful.
Owie.
I feel like at some point in our lives, every dodgeball player has played with a broken finger. We all know what that feels like, and it is not fun.
but I just like don't want to break it further. Like you still want to keep the hand. Grenier, just the last player in now for Tempest, taking 2 shots, nice and low. Play call being, or shot clock being now switched over. Burden to Tempest, 2 balls in hand. Campbell winds up, takes the shot, going for Wu, who gets nice and low and blocks it. That's going to put 2 balls in hand now. Burden still on the side of Tempest. Less than 8 minutes left in the game. A little bit wide going into Bend, who is already eliminated, so they don't have to worry about hitting him more.
This is an interesting time now. We are looking at what Dark Horse makes the decision to do here. They do need to move quickly. They need as much time as they can get to get some of these points back. But if you move too quickly, you open yourself up to making mistakes on the play.
I will say it's interesting how Grenier is getting nice and low, like he's keeping himself down. He's playing a very defensive game.
Yeah, Grenier there from his knees managed to take out Klappa, who was looking for an opportunity to hit him once he had committed to the throw.
Campbell making sure he loads himself up. He has that burden to throw. Takes that shot, goes a little bit wide on Wu. Wu retrieves that ball. That's going to give Burden now over to Dark Horse. Wu and Pacheco talk it out. And
Grenier makes his move, and hard to hit. Continues to be a difficult man to pin down.
1 wide and 1 block right up.
Really nice throw from Grenier.
Campbell getting ready to throw again. That shot clock counting down from 4. Throws it Wu, moves off the side, and Pacheco clips him in the toes. Finally, that's the point for Dark Horse they wanted. It's going to put it into a 2-point differential now.
5.5 quick minutes for Dark Horse to make up some points, and 5.5 long minutes for Tempest to defend the lead that they have.
Yeah, Tempest still leading by 2 points right now. Dark Horse really needing to close that gap, like you said.
Kevin Chung back on the court. I'm sure he's feeling pretty darn good about himself right now that seems to be the difference maker.
I'm sure he's happy about it, but Dark Horse isn't.
Absolutely, and you know, he deserves to feel good. He should feel good.
Definitely managing to avoid those 2 shots there. Skipping out of the way. Devlin coming up, making those fake throws. Kemball trying to finish it up after he distracts Wu. Very smart job by the teamwork there by Devlin and Kemball. Gatza hiding his hand while Schmidt takes the shot at him.
Getting out of the way. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of clock. You can look at it this one of 2 ways. There's a lot of clock left to run for Tempest, and not a lot of clock left to make up some points by Dark Horse. So I would imagine we'll see Tempest here trying to make this last as long as they possibly can, while Dark Horse tries their best to speed this up and make some hits.
Also, Praniski's still on the court.
Yep. Pacheco with a big throw. Ever since Pacheco started, I think, playing cloth, his foam throw has just absolutely gone through the roof in terms of speed and accuracy.
Nice block by Kemball there off of Bend. It's still a full line, though, for both teams, actually.
Yeah, you know, it's exactly what I was thinking, is that there's no rush from Tempest here. They really have nothing. There's nothing good for them. It comes from making big plays at this point, trying to put it right on. Ooh, trying to put it right on them. Devlin kicking his teammate in the face, shoulder.
I'm not sure, but.
The next team's lining up here, ready to get started.
Big team catch there. Praniski blocks it. Klappa catches.
Chung
Nice
steps
dodge.
off.
Nice big dodge there from Gatza.
3 minutes. Ooh, Prunitsky showing us what he can do when he's left on the court to make his moves.
That was so close to hitting Prunitsky though, but Prunitsky's ball ended up colliding with Gatsa. 3 players left now on the side of Tempest. Dark Horse is fighting for this point. And it takes out Prunitsky. Nope, he blocked. He blocked.
I don't know, okay.
I think he might have blocked it, went up, but it was very close to looking like it hit him in the back.
Oh, that was a nice cross-court shot there from Klappa, but Samson was able to move just a little bit and get out of the way. Just a little bit's all you need. Those balls aren't very big.
Ball taking that shot at Prunitsky. Prunitsky managing to avoid it, taking it down, sweeping it over for his team. Their turn shot at Brillinger.
And Dark Horse is going to have to pick up the pace on this if they want to have a chance of closing this game out as a winner. They're taking it easy. They don't want to give up any players, but they're going to need to start making some offensive moves here because they're going to have to finish with enough time to start another point if they want to have any chance of winning this game.
Less than 2 minutes left on the clock now. We see a timeout being called for Tempest.
Smart move. Absolutely the right way to go. They saved their timeouts. They did a great job. And I can't tell you for sure, but I'd bet all the money in my bank account that the conversation there on Tempest is throw one ball, keep ball control as much as you can, run that clock right down to the end. I don't
let them goad you.
Yeah.
Don't let them goad you into it.
No, we got no counters, no pre-counters, nothing crazy. If you let that ball go before the ref says one, we're gonna have some harsh words. And so
you have to walk back to Winnipeg.
Yeah, exactly. We're walking home. And that's what I would be telling my team right now if this is me. That clock here is your friend. And now it's time to see what Dark Horse does in this last minute and 39 seconds and what Tempest does with the last minute and 39 seconds.
Smart move by Tempest as well, though, taking that break just before it gets closed down into the no blocking time. Oh, big catch there from Wu, getting down, just pulling it in clutch off of Kemball. Another big shot being made at Brillinger, but Brillinger getting up nice and high, managing to dodge that one.
These are two extremely difficult to hit players, and if they can run this clock out for another 65 seconds, they walk away from this game with an upset and an opportunity to play for the gold a little bit later.
Ooh, Wu doesn't make a catch that second time, though. Brillinger takes him out right in the chest. Wasn't able to connect because it had so much speed it popped right off.
45 seconds left for Dark Horse to make something happen, and they connect with Brillinger. Now just Samson stands between Dark Horse and an opportunity to play for a tie and take this game into overtime. And there it is.
Bend with the catch. That's going to bring it up 4-6 now. Closing that gap at
5-6.
So we're going to start this round in no blocking because there's less than 30 seconds left on the clock. If Dark Horse gets a point during no blocking, we are going to go into a 4-minute regulation match and another no blocking after that if no points are scored within those 4 minutes. That's if Dark Horse gets a point during no blocking.
So captains and coaches and everybody getting in the circle, talking their team up, hyping them up about what happens in no blocking. So in no blocking, of course, if you block, you're out. The ball hits you, you're out. Catches count for re-entry. All the same rules apply, other than that you're no longer allowed to block the ball. So that means a couple things. The first, obviously, is that you've lost one of your main forms of defense. So getting in front of the ball, using that ball as your shield, is not something you can do. Because of that, it makes it a little bit harder to commit to your throws. You have to be really light on your feet. You have to be prepared to dodge at any point. And because of that, sometimes it can result in some of your throws being a little less accurate, a little less hard. It's a little harder to plant your front foot and to make sure that your weight distribution is as solid as you need it to be. We should look to see some catches probably. I would imagine that Tempest is looking at Kevin Chung to continue his absolute reign of terror.
Yeah. No pressure on Chung there.
Yeah, if Kevin Chung's family, friends, whatever are watching, this has been an absolute masterclass, a delivery of just pain to Dark Horse from Kevin Chung.
Right, so we hear the referee calling it. There's the whistle, starts in that no blocking, both teams from the back line with balls in hand. Dark Horse sends it off because they had Burden winning that point, going right in between Devlin and Kemball. Going for Schmidt there, ball not connecting. Again, we are in a no blocking situation, so teams need to be very aware of that.
And I think you see that there, exactly what I said, those first 2 throws that came out of that no blocking.
There's the cheers. Gatza gets eliminated, so in this no blocking, Dark Horse drew first blood there. That's going to hype them up a bit. Schmidt getting nice and wide, avoiding that shot from Chung.
Yeah. A little piece of advice in dodgeball, people kind of forget that your best bet is simply to dodge, right?
Devlin wanted that catch, unfortunately didn't quite make it. Devlin, another player eliminated now. Dark Horse is doing what they're known for, being the Dark Horse. They're coming back. Never underestimate a team with a name like that.
Dark Horse, yeah. Aptly named, absolutely. Schmidt looking really good, getting out of the way of ball after ball.
Schmidt avoiding that throw, and Kemball avoiding that counter as well. Looks like Pacheco through, passes it over to the teammate. We see Ben coming up through the center now. Ben throws at Kemball. Kemball goes to catch while on the ground, doesn't connect with it.
You know, that was a really great fake. One of the pump fakes by Dark Horse. They got Kemball to commit to that dodge, and then once he had committed, there was nowhere for him to go. They made the throw.
Ben managing to get out of the way of Brillinger's shot ever so slightly, but he still manages to stay alive.
It's a beautiful throw from Brillinger. Really, really well played.
Klappa coming up through the center now. Shot being made at Trudeau. Trudeau stays in, but it was very close.
He just barely missed that line. What a beautiful use of the space. You see the line ref.
Like, he's down, he's looking, and that's Schmidt being eliminated by Brillinger now. Now we see the gym converging on this game. Trudeau getting out of the way of Ben's shot. Pernitsky passing it off to Ben after he releases his ball. Dark Horse still with the player advantage now. Burden on Tempest, ready to take that shot. Balls collide in midair, no hit made. Trudeau released, it was not a disarm.
Ben had tracked that ball. He knew it was coming for him. He was ready to go. Oh, wow. And Klappa looking, but not able to connect with Trudeau. Ben's showing just discipline beyond his years here.
Brillinger goes down. Pernitsky goes down. Pacheco misses the catch. Trudeau takes out him. It's a 2v2. Goes for Klappa. Klappa gets hit.
Klappa taking a shot, thinking maybe the ball hadn't gone out of bounds
it was
yet.
A smart shot by Klappa there. Just bend left for Dark Horse. Ben throwing at Chung. Chung getting down nice and low, doing that somersault, staying down low.
Oh,
Ben throwing again at him. Ben is the only player left now on the Dark Horse side. Holy Hannah Montana, this is getting intense. Ben with the catch!
He does it with the catch, brings in Schmidt.
Oh! Schmidt back in against Chung. Bend and Schmidt throws at Chung. Chung gets out of the way. Chung stays nice and low, but Schmidt takes him out in the shoulder. That's going to be a tie. We are going into overtime.
What a crazy game we are seeing here today. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely spectacular. Hard to believe, but we are heading into 4-minute overtime. So this will be 4 minutes of regulation play. Blocking is allowed. All regular rules apply. And after 4 minutes, if a point has not been scored, then we will go back into a round of no blocking.
We are either going to see them play very slow or they are going to play very fast. Either way, we are going to see a heck of a ton of aggression on both sides here. This is completely unexpected.
My heart rate is through the roof.
Yep.
This is...
Everyone's checking their watches.
Absolutely exceptional. So we are seeing Okay, we are sitting, we're sitting Trudeau and Grenier on Tempest. And we're sitting Pacheco, Carter,
Hear the crowd
Kernitsky.
chanting, "Let's go Tempest." Ben throws, goes for Gatza. Gatza getting up high and avoiding that shot, but a beautiful throw by Bend.
So seeing those balls in the typical 2 and 5 positions here with Dark Horse, trying to provide a little bit of coverage for their wingers.
Devlin going out just
Barely.
by the seam on his shirt there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough call.
Schmidt releasing the ball, sending another one over, going over into Ben's hand. Schmidt making the play call, going after Kemball. Kemball dodges it. Gatza throws at Schmidt. Schmidt avoiding that shot.
Chung sitting back, does not have a ball in hand, looking for, I think going to be looking for those catches.
Brillinger goes out. We still got 5 players left for Dark Horse.
Olivier Job really high up there. Wow, getting out of the way is Bend, a big smile on his face.
A big wide jump there from Bend.
Nice moves from Samson.
Yeah. Hitting the floor, popping up into Samson, so Samson managing to stay alive off of that one. Shot from Gatza going in between Olivier Job and Schmidt. Changing up positions now, they make that play call.
Couple is
going to be
Schmitz
made by
Bend here.
Bend into Samson. If it wasn't a disarm, it got him in the shoulder. Dark Horse taking out Samson.
Slow and steady here from the Dark Horse team. We are not seeing any panic.
2 minutes left.
We're seeing calm.
3 players left now for Tempest. Tempest just trying to hold their own. Dark Horse ready to take that shot. Gatza goes into Chung. Gatza gets hit, but Chung blocks.
You know, that was a dangerous shot. I could have seen Chung making that catch for sure. And Chung and Kemball, both very significant players. And a couple catches turns this point around.
Kemball managing to avoid that shot, going on the ground between the legs. He knows he's safe on that one.
Minute and 20 seconds left in regulation play in this overtime round.
Ooh, that shot by Chung went a little bit wide. Dark Horse got out of the way just in time of that one. That's a shot right in the elbow there from Bend, and Bend is just like, yeah, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, you know what? He is feeling pretty good about himself there.
Just Kemball left now. Kemball throws at Olivier Job, goes
almost at him.
If his arm hair was like a skosh longer.
Yeah, you know what? That was a really nice shot. And now if I'm Kemball, I'm looking for the catch.
Kemball blocks, but it blocks wide and goes over to the Dark Horse side, which gives them that burden back. Klappa takes the shot and...
No hit.
It looked like it was a block, yeah.
That was a well-positioned ball on the ground there that Kemball had. That's well thought out, well played.
I believe Ben refers to that as castling.
Castling?
Yeah, it's very similar in chess. So you have that piece in front of you so you stay safe, and you can easily grab it once you release yours. If you have burden 2-on-1 though, that takes out Kemball. Dark Horse gets the overtime win.
What an amazing
7-6.
What a comeback. You know, I gotta give it to both teams here. That was some spectacular dodgeball.
Oh my gosh, yeah. My
heart rate is up. I am sweating. I'm excited to have been a part of that, and both teams played incredibly well. Now, Dark Horse takes on, well, I don't know, a different team.
We're going to see who Dark Horse takes on a little bit later. But next up on the stream, and we're just going to double check that right now, we have Zeal taking on Heathens. So we've got Zeal in number 3 taking on Heathens. They're in the number 6 spot. So Heathens is fighting for it. Zeal is in a nice position right now, and we will show you that game very shortly.
Take some deep breaths. Woo.